2022 Alaro, our happy, easygoing, juicy summer red wine. This one started, I wouldn't call it as an experiment, but as a very egoistic solution for the ones of us that live here in Spain. Last year was the first vintage, and we decided to make a red wine of this style, meaning a very young, almost unoaked, fresh, juicy red wine that we even recommend serving almost directly from the fridge. I took this out half an hour ago, so I suppose it's around 10 degrees centigrade now, which is perfect. Now, when I say egoistic, for the people living in Spain, it's because here it gets steamingly hot in summer. And usually you're more in the mood for drinking something cold. I'm speaking both in terms of wine, obviously, but everything. You just want something cold. But sometimes you want a glass of red wine, but definitely not in the mood for something, you know, when it's 30-something degrees outside. You don't want a heavy red, and you definitely don't want it at room temperature, because that means it's boiling. So what we wanted to do last year, and what we've continued almost identically this year, is to produce a red wine that you definitely enjoy better cold, that speaks about fruit, about the primary aromas. And now I'm speaking primary, secondary, and tertiary aromas in wine. And the primary ones are the ones that come directly from the fruit. Imagine you have a cluster of grapes. That's primary aromas. The secondary aromas are the ones that comes from all of the processes in the cellar. So the fermentation, maybe oak, malolactic fermentation, all of this. And then you have the tertiary aromas, which are the ones that comes from the longer aging. This is definitely a wine that speaks about primary aroma. So it's basically a bunch of fruit with alcohol and no sugar, because that was fermented and turned into alcohol. Again, it's predominantly Grenache, so it's 87% Grenache, and then it's 13% of Merlot. The Grenache has only been on steel tank, and then we blended in 13% of Merlot that has been about half a year in barrel. And it smells of what I want Grenache to smell of. It's red fruit. For me, Grenache, and even if you look at the color here, it's like a granite, sort of brilliant, really almost transparent red color. And for me, Grenache is in the red universe into flavor. So it's red apple, it's crushed red peppercorns, lots of wild strawberries. It's just super juicy. And then you have a bit of touch of almost like well-hung meat, sweetness. There's some vanilla, even some coffee, ground coffee beans, which I suppose comes here from the Merlot that has been a bit in barrel. It's beautiful. It really is just inviting. So, hey, it invites me to drink it, so I will. Delicious. The same aromas as in the nose. Fresh, lush, happy, vibrant red fruit. A touch of spice. Definitely a light red wine, which is what we want here. And super fresh, but without being aggressive. It's super silky on the palate here. It's definitely a red wine that I would enjoy just a glass on my own, sitting here watching my view, cooking over in my kitchen, with friends, alone. It's really versatile, but it's also a wine that works beautiful with a lot of different foods. It's like the most versatile of our reds, I suppose. A lot of different tapas, but also for me this year, I would call it's not a simple wine, because simple sounds pejorative, but it's uncomplicated wine. So when I think about food here, I want to think uncomplicated food. So maybe just a simple, easy carpaccio of the best beef you can find, thinly sliced, parmesan, olive oil, a bit of, a handful of rucola leaves, maybe. Easy, nothing else. Salt, pepper, and a glass of this, and that's guaranteed happiness, but also on its own. And then it really shines in the glass here. The glass I have in my hand is Riedel's New World Pinot Noir glass. And this glass specifically for this wine just brings out the sweetness. It focuses the aroma, so you get all of the freshness of the fruit and all of this. And then on the palate, you really get this, because of the shape of the glass, it lets the wine land on your tongue in a place where you get really the sweetness of the fruit out. Then comes the acidity, so it really works on the structure and the texture of the wine in your mouth. And it works perfectly with our Alaro. So, second vintage of our much beloved summer red wine.